Hey guys, it's Jen and I'm here to show you a layout using the June Stories by the Month kit from Ali Edwards. This is a monthly kit you can subscribe to. It's very inexpensive and it comes with journaling cards, a stamp set, and a chipboard set each month. So, and they're a little bit more themed than the story kits are. So this one is all about, it's June, so it has all of the June stuff in it. Let me show you the cards and then the kit, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do today. So it has this green one that says June Stories, loving these stories, 1, 2, 3 with suns. This chapter equals summer. These are days we dream about when sunlight, when the sunlight paints us gold. So it's very summery. Loving these lessons I learned. Here's what I'm learning. Every summer has a story. Do more things that make you forget your phone. Yes. Summer stories. See ya, let's get out of here. And time for pools and sun and grilling and laying under the stars. And then I pulled the ones that have to do with Father's Day because I'm going to scrapbook this photo about my husband. My daughter made him breakfast on Father's Day, and so I just wanted to put that in our album. And so I've pulled these 3 cards, which are all of the Father's Day cards from the kit, and I'm going to use all 3 of them. It says, so thankful for you, Dad, super love you. This would be great for a card, like if you wanted to make your dad a Father's Day card. Father's Day, stories of the day, and then Dad's stories. The chipboard says, the living is easy, hello summer, last day of school, summertime loves, sun, please and thank you, love you Dad. The sweet little stories of summer, glory days of summer, lazy days, so much love for this, summer stories around the yard, thanks for everything, happy Father's Day, and the days look like this. And then on the stamp set we have Father's Day, summer loves, and this one's got kind of stripes going through it. See ya, backyard adventures, the days look like this, and thanks for everything. So this would be great to make a Father's Day card as well. So that's where I'm starting. I'm going to use pattern paper for my background. I have tons of pattern paper, so I'm trying to use it up. So that's my plan, and I'm going to make a grid style layout. In fact, I wonder if I can make this real time because I am only going to use 4 cards and the photo, and I was trying to think if I wanted to, I think I'm going to use all of these, even though they all say like dad stuff. I think I might use them all, so that's kind of my plan, but, or maybe I won't use dad's stories because these 2 match together really well, and then I will put a different filler card here. Anyway, I'm going to put you on fast forward and talk you through my process.
Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to find a card for that top left spot, and I'm just searching through cards that I have from old story kits and past week in the life kits and things like that. I found this striped one. I think it's from a past week in the life kit, maybe last year's, and I'm going to use that to bring a pop of color. And so what I'm doing now is cutting down that striped paper, or that notebook paper that is super old from Scenic Route. And I love that paper. And then I put it on that polka dot background, and I am just going to arrange these in a grid. And this is one of my favorite ways to use these journaling cards on layouts, is to create a grid. And it works really well with 4x6 photos or 3x4 photos. And so I used that chipboard that says love you Dad, and I put it so that it's kind of a bluish green, and so I put it on those bottom lines that it kind of blends in with, rather than centering it on the card. I kind of like the way that looked. And now I'm going to stick down all of my cards and my photo, and I'm just trying to use the lines to help me line things up. And I decided that I wanted to staple this on, so I pulled the card up so I could staple it before I adhered it so my stapler would reach. And then I just put a little more adhesive on. So I'm going to put this on the background, and I'm just making it so there's even spacing around all the edges. And I like that you can kind of see one polka dot. And then this is the branding strip from the bottom of the paper, and I just cut it into like a little banner on one end and a little arrow on the other, and I put it down at the bottom because I wanted to bring a little bit more color to the bottom to balance that card at the top. So since like the whole layout, if you can tell, it goes like that pink to red to yellow to blue, and then there's more blue below that card, and then it's going to go back to the red. So it kind of starts over at the bottom a little bit, in my mind anyway. So I'm using these letter stickers that are from Ali's shop, and I don't think they're in there anymore, but I got them a while back, and I'm spelling out she loves her dad. And My daughter made this breakfast for my husband. It was super nice. I got breakfast too out of it, so that was a bonus. And I just don't love the way it looks with on the Father's Day card. It has Allie's handwriting, and it just looks so blocky with these letter stickers. And so I thought maybe I'll do my hand lettering on some vellum, and I often do that for pages to make it look like a die cut vellum piece. Is I'll put my hand lettering on it and then cut it out. But it wasn't, my handwriting does not match Allie's, so it just wasn't working for me. So I'm looking through some past kit stuff. I keep it all in one little iris container with a craft tray on the top of it like this, and just kind of sorted by type. So there's all my rubber pieces I'm searching through now, and then to the right of it you can see all the acrylic words and stuff. And so I'll find the acrylic word love from the For the Love story kit, and I'm also going to pull out a few other things that I don't end up using, but I do use the word love for part of my title. And I like the way it's white. I'm bringing it back here in just one second. It's white, and I like the way that it matches exactly the Father's Day card. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to spell out the word major with these blue letter stickers. So I still get that blue at the top like I wanted to, but I'm going to also get the softness of the curves of the word love, which is what I wanted. It felt just way too blocky before. The whole layout is already blocky because I made that grid and it's all squared up. And so by adding in the script, it helps to break up the blockiness a little bit. Somebody asked me on a few videos back, or maybe in my Facebook group, I can't remember, if you could stick the Allie Edwards cards through your typewriter, and I found that they were a little bit too thick to go through my typewriter. So just as an FYI, I love the thickness of the cards and the sturdiness of them, but I didn't find that I could get them through my typewriter, and maybe I could if I tried differently or harder or something, I don't know, but I wasn't able to. So what I did was I just typed them up on a different piece of white paper, cut them into strips, and now what I'm doing is I'm sewing lines on my journaling card, and that's going to be where I'm gonna rest my journaling strips in between each one of the sewed lines. So when I do a really simple layout, I like to add little details that will make it feel a little special. So the staple on the chipboard piece and the stitching on the card are really going to help give this a little bit more detail. And I think that with like I said, with simple layouts, it's just nice to add a little touch like that makes it feel a little bit more special. So I'm sewing twice around the outside edge of that paper as well. I keep my sewing machine on my desk so I can pull it close to me really easily, and I find it very helpful. So here I am using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive, and I'm just going to glue those down. I love those Tim Holtz long shears. I like the long scissors. It's nice to have to cut one straight line, and so it works well for cutting out journaling strips. So like I mentioned, I'm just going to glue these in between the stitched lines that I did, and there will be one extra line, and I'm going to stamp the date there. So I'm looking for my roller date stamp now and what inks I want to use, and I'm thinking I'll use this one, but I'm gonna test it first. And these are inks from Allie's shop. I'll try to remember to link to them in the video description. But Columbia is the light blue. I'm trying to remember what that greeny blue was, and then Deschutes is this navy, and it was a little dark, so I decided to stamp it off once and then stamp the navy so it's a little lighter. So I stamped all three colors, and I thought about stamping them again, but I didn't leave quite enough space between them. So there's just three down there at the bottom. And then I'm going to get my title glued down. Again, I'm using my Scotch Quick Dry adhesive for that acrylic piece, and I like that it will hold it nicely. And now I can line up my word major, and I'm just using the lines on the background paper to line it up. And I just like how it nestles where the L comes up. So where I stitched, I'm roughing up the edges a little bit, and even where I didn't stitch, I'm roughing up the edges of those cards just for a little bit of added interest. I did stitch a line down the center of that strip at the bottom, that little arrow strip too. So at this point I'm thinking I need something else chipboard. I need something to go underneath Major Love, or I'm trying to think like, what do I need? And so I decided to look through all my stuff, because sometimes I need to look through all my stuff, and I don't even pick anything from from here, I don't think. None of these chipboard shapes make it onto the layout, but I'm going to look through all of them and I'm going to see if maybe they might, but they don't. And I'm just feeling like I need maybe some word strips, or I don't know exactly what I do need, but I'm thinking I need something. This doesn't feel finished to me. And so I am going to go to my stickers now, not my chipboard stickers, but my flat stickers, and look for some word strips that I could maybe add. And I remembered that I had these navy, I decided to organize my Allie Edwards stickers by color, and I'm so glad I did that. I don't have a ton, and I decided to use these navy ones that are from the Tough Story kit. I happen to have 2 sets of those. And so I'm going to use a few of those, and then I'm also going to use some that are from the first story kit. They are gray with a navy letter on them, and they were perfect. And I felt like they really brought in that card, that gray card at the bottom. So I'll add a few of those, and then I'm going to call this one finished. And there are some photos coming up at the end, and I hope that you have enjoyed. Again, I'll leave a link in the video description for you to check these kits out. I super love them. I hope that you will too. And if you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I'm happy to get back to you. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon.